Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Spilling Things with Laura and Steph.
I like that.
That's literally what I'm going to call it, because
Yeah.
if you've seen any of our videos, you'll notice we are not experts at pouring tea or champagne.
Yep, that's true.
However, luckily we don't have to do that for our careers, so...
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not bartenders.
No. You know what? I have bartended and I'm not that bad. It just happens to be teapots and champagne bottles.
Maybe when you're on camera.
Can't survive, yes. Today's episode, we're going to talk about keeping children entertained at weddings, which of course brings us to the age-old question of whether or not to have children attend the wedding. Do you have any thoughts or opinions on that?
So I looked up online, and there was a survey in Canada, and it said 44% of weddings are not having kids at receptions.
Okay.
Either I'm just not observant, or this isn't happening at the weddings I'm going to, because I always feel like there are children. Yeah, but maybe I'm missing that there's no children. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's like almost half and half, which is like a big proportion of people are choosing not to have children. Yeah,
and I've noticed a lot of people will invite children to the ceremony and then not the reception. But I've noticed, almost a split in the sense of if there's children there or not.
Okay.
And I think what it comes down to is just personal preference. Because a lot of times I get asked, should I have children? Should I not have children? And I honestly think it's just personal preference. If children are part of your family and you really want them there, then of course have them there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whereas if you'd prefer an adult-only reception or ceremony or both, then don't invite the children maybe.
And that comes back to your guest list too, like how curated your guest list is going to be.
Yep. It also comes down to even budget. It's an easy way to save some money. It's just
I was going to ask you, how much do children's meals cost compared to regular meals at venues? Do you have a feel for that?
I would say they're probably about half. On average, around like $12, I think. Okay. For like a pizza or chicken fingers or whatever it might be. Okay. Of course, that's going to be venue to venue difference and caterer to caterer. And I don't even know, like sometimes, so they won't even charge for under 2 and whatever it might be. So.
Oh yeah, because they're not really going to eat anything anyways.
So.
That's fair. So I guess if we decided we're going to have kids at the reception, what are some fun ways to keep them happy? I think the thing I see the most is when the DJ plays to the kids sometimes. Oh yeah, that's super fun.
Being from a DJ background, I have seen, we'll play like early in the night, we'll play some of those kids songs or songs that like we know the kids are going to know so that they can have a little bit of fun dancing. I've noticed too that a lot of couples who do bring their children will line up a babysitter or someone to come pick them up early if mom and dad want to stay a little bit later. So the kids will be there till maybe after dinner and then they'll send them off.
Have you seen babysitters at ceremonies? That was one thing I read when I was reading about this online, is like people bringing like a caregiver to put kids in like a room.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I have heard of it where there are like wedding babysitters that you can hire, and they will just come in and if your venue has a separate room or something, you as the wedding couple will hire the babysitter, and then anyone who's bringing their children can send them over there, and they'll have movies on or they'll color with them or keep them entertained while mom and dad get to have fun dancing.
If I haven't seen it and you haven't seen it though, it mustn't be that common.
I can't imagine it is. I mean, I think with babysitting, it's a personal preference, so mom and dad are going to want to hire that babysitter.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But things I've seen to keep children entertained, I have seen games tables, children's tables, craft tables, Lego stations, and then I've seen like the bride and groom will put together little favor bags type things, gift bags for the children, so they'll have coloring books and maybe some little games for them to play, or
that'd be fun.
Just something to keep them a little entertained. Snacks is always a good one too, to keep them entertained and busy.
I'm not a parent, so when I was reading online and it said, don't, like when you're doing coloring things, like don't do markers and paint, and I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of obvious, but I wouldn't have thought of that.
Right. Yeah, like crayons are definitely the way to go. Yeah. Especially if you're ordering those expensive tablecloths.
Yeah, your venue's not going to be happy with you, or whoever owns your linens or whatever.
Yes. I recommend if you're going to invite children to the wedding is to maybe not have them sit at a kid's table through dinner. Like you can have a kids' table station with games and things like that for later, but I would have them sit with their parents through dinner if you are doing your speeches and personal things that you need a quieter room for, just because a kids' table can get a little rowdy.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're inviting children to your wedding, like you have to expect that they're going to be loud, they might be crying, they might be... the parents might be distracted by the child, so if you're really wanting the parents' attention on your wedding, then you have to be prepared for it when you have children.
Yeah.
Same thing with children in the wedding party.
Oh, yeah.
So many times everyone's like, I'm going to have this 2-year-old flower
adorable,
girl
cute
walk
kid
perfectly down the aisle, and I'm like, you might. She might not walk at all, and she might
panic.
run around the aisle. So,
yeah, it's a lot of eyes on them.
Yeah, it is. And like I've seen children do amazing at rehearsals because there's no one there.
Yep.
And then the next day there's all these eyes and they're just not having it. So it's
panic.
the same thing. Just be prepared that the child's going to be the child and let them do their thing.
Yeah, and I think you should still try. Like if you want them in your wedding party, just expect that it might go one way or the other, but that's fine.
And I honestly think it's a great icebreaker when they're not perfect. And just do whatever they might do. Yeah, you get a good giggle and it kind of breaks the ice and takes the stress off, especially in a ceremony.
Yeah, and they're so cute.
They are, yes. Cut.
Oh,
wait, we need a... Are you?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
You had kids at your ceremony, right?
Yes. Yeah. So we had children at our ceremony, not our reception, adult only.
Oh, see, I didn't even notice.
So we did that typical, like, they can come to the ceremony. Yeah. But then, the reception will be adult only. Okay. We just wanted people to enjoy their nights.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. And
let us know if you have an interesting way that you're going to keep children entertained at your wedding, because we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, or did it go really bad for you if you didn't invite children, and how did you handle that?
Yeah. Because
we'd like some advice for people that are maybe thinking about doing that.
Yeah, perfect.
Done.
Should we spell something?